What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Uncut Podcast. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. Your sister's ass, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back. As always, on the second half of the Uncut Podcast is a time where we like to tone things down. After we beat the shit out of each other, we take it down for a nice segment that I personally like to call reading famous song lyrics as if they were 18th century poetry for your and only your enjoyment, our listeners. And now an ad by Hulu. No, I'm just
This is brought to you by Spotify.
Psych. Actually, we do put our episodes on Spotify, so if you happen to be watching live, you can also listen to them there. Uncut Podcast, thank you. Anyway, we have a real classic for you guys today. And I just hope that you can appreciate this just as much as we all do. So, without further ado, this is a Jimmy Buffett classic. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered with oil, strumming my sixth string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil, wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my long lost shaker and salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Don't know the reason. Stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty. A Mexican cutie. How it got here, I have no clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker and salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. Now I think, hell, it could be my fault. I blew out my flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render. That frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. But I know it's my own damn fault. Yes, and some people claim that there's a woman to blame. And I know it's my own damn fault. Thank you.
Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Looking for my lost shaker and salt.
Where the hell did I put it?
Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I don't. It's my own damn fault.
It's actually the Margarita's fault.
Such a great song, honestly.
Welcome,
I'm a parrot head. I'm a parrot head.
You guys all went on the cruise together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I was there.
Did you guys go to Margaritaville?
No.
Where is it?
I'm pretty sure it's in Aruba, isn't it?
The Margaritaville's in Florida. There's most in the Caribbean too, but yeah, I've been to 3, I think.
We went to Senior Frogs.
Senior Frogs.
Margaritaville, crazy.
Yes, Senior Frogs blows Margaritaville out of the water.
Guys, we'd have a great time in the Caribbean right now. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like, better than we did, like, after we graduated, because we were still timid high schoolers at that point, but now we've, like, kind of broken out a bit.
If we would have went on that cruise now, like, the day we were in Nassau, dude, I would have drank, like, 3 painkiller 4s.
I literally would have fucking butt chugged a beer.
Which, background story, so we go on a cruise, and we're in Nassau, Bahamas. The drinking age is 18. We're all 18 at the time, so we're, like, just going around to random bars and just getting drinks. And there's this like small bar where there's this drink. This guy was like, you got to get the painkiller, and there's 4 levels. So like it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4 shots. I think was the.
I think those were the levels.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And so we all got
Painkiller 4.
It's basically like a cream liqueur, but depending on what level you got, depending on how many shots you had in it.
Yep.
So and it was fire.
It was weird.
It actually was pretty good.
It was good.
I thought it tasted super weird.
I thought it was really good.
But you couldn't taste the alcohol.
Yeah, because of like the coconut milk.
Yeah.
In it.
It was like super creamy.
It like took away from the
very
taste.
creamy.
It was though. Like that's how I describe it.
No, that's what it. I want to say it was like whitish. It was like
white.
It was like milky brownish color.
I think it had, what was it on top? Was it nutmeg on top of it?
Could have been.
It was a fine drink.
Either that or cinnamon.
Fine. It was fine.
Pretty good for Nassau, Bahamas.
Took like 5 minutes.
It was literally next door to the bank in Nova Scotia, so.
I remember that.
Honestly, not that exotic, but.
Remember when?
All I remember is that it was a pretty small hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was basically outdoors.
I got a Coors Light because I'm a bit of a pussy, so.
Remember when?
I think we're all like, yeah, Painkiller Forest, and Cameron's like,
I'll take a Coors.
I'll take a Coors Light. We're all like, God damn it.
I'm a beer guy. What can I do?
Remember, the first place that we went to was that weird, like, really loud sounding bar.
They only
kind of
played
place.
Post Malone.
Yeah, they played Post Malone. And
yeah, it was like the upstairs. I don't know if there was a downstairs, but we go upstairs and they're just like playing music so loud that I literally like couldn't even order the drink.
We're the only ones in there.
Yeah, we were the only ones in there, but they were really rocking out.
I got a
Sands.
Sands.
Partying pretty hard.
Got a Sands.
I think I got a Sands. Some
nice,
kind of drink. I got some kind of mixed drinks.
There was Sands and Colic. Those were the 2 Bahama beers. Sands and Colic. You remember that?
I really like the Colics.
Colic's was better, I'd say.
Yeah, I really like the Colics.
I had the worst beer I've ever had on that day. It was a Guinness.
No, those were good.
No,
those were
dude,
okay.
It was like a special kind of Guinness. I don't know what it was.
It was like Guinness.
So terrible. It took me like
Guinness
2 hours
extract.
to finish.
Or Guinness special or something.
It wasn't just regular Guinness. It was something really weird. It tasted awful.
Guinness Amber, something like that. Sounds right.
I have no idea.
It came in like a black bottle.
Remember
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just not good.
Honestly, if you're sitting out in the Caribbean sun, in the middle of the fucking ocean, you don't want to be drinking Guinness. You want to be drinking, Colic, Sands. You want to have like a nice, refreshing beer.
You want to have something that's local.
Yeah, and we were drinking Guinness, so that definitely does not.
We got one. We got like an assortment of beers for our fishing trip that day.
Yeah,
we did.
Colt 45s.
I remember you got a Red Stripe.
I did get a Red Stripe is a great beer.
Red Stripe is a really good beer.
If you're into the beer drinking business, then I would suggest you import some Red Stripes because it's not a bad idea.
We had cigars that day that we bought from a sketchy
We had a cigar
alley.
every single day.
I actually hit a cigar through my nostrils that day.
Yeah, of course.
He goes, we said, we don't have anything to cut this with. He goes, well, here. He took his keys and just stabbed the fucking cigar with his keys.
Yeah, here you go. Oh, come on,
That guy
man.
smelled like shit. He smelled bad as fuck.
There was a guy who came up to me and tried to sell me weed.
Yeah, you told me about
He's
that.
like, hey, you in Jamaica, you only live once,
That
man.
was in front of that weird market.
Yeah.
On the
well,
waterfront.
actually, it was more of, yeah. It was right
really
outside
good
of Senior Frogs.
Yeah.
And my mom was right next to me.
Right by like the port.
Yeah, right by the port, where we were going to go on the boat.
Exactly.
And my mom was right by me. I go, no, thank you. He goes, you sure? And he goes, this your mother? I go, yep. And he goes, see you.
He's like, you ever had the real stuff? And like whatever the real stuff was, he was on it. And he's like, is that your mom? And you're like, yeah. He's like,
Later.
Just out of there.
See ya,
Remember
buddy.
on like the top deck, there was that really fucked up black guy. Like he was like drunk as shit, and he was like trying to find weed, and we didn't have any weed. Do you remember that guy?
I
wasn't
remember
with
that.
you with that.
I do remember it having a conversation with that guy, but I don't remember what it was about.
We were pretty far into our Long Island iced teas at that point.
Probably
Yeah.
Drink of choice during that.
Was
Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced tea, and then you had Jack and Coke and rum and Coke.
That
Those
was
were
the
three
shit.
drinks.
And you could get that weird Dutch beer that nobody wanted.
Oh,
Because that was like all that was left.
skunky beer.
So skunky.
Oh, God. So bad.
Those bastards love their skunks.
They do. Like Stella Artois. I think that's Belgium, but
Yeah, that's.
they like skunky beer too. The fucking.
I hate them. There was what was it? Whenever we got caught with having
Whenever we got caught.
pouring the drinks in on the shit. Remember
That was really dumb
That
because
was so dumb.
because your mom and Dylan's mom were like right by the bar in this it was like a restaurant inside the cruise ship. They were right by the bar and some guy just saw him pouring it in. And the funny thing was, he didn't take my cup. I was standing there the whole time with my hydro flask, just holding it.
Did you have
And
your
he
hair up in a
didn't take
ponytail back then?
No.
Because I was gonna say he might have thought, well, this guy's probably 21. You see that ponytail? You know?
Maybe because I was just chilling there and he didn't take it, and I was like, that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
And you were so fucking lucky. But.
And you're the only one whose parents wasn't there, and you're the one who didn't get caught.
So lucky, actually.
You know
Super
how
lucky.
hard it is
My
to
32 ounce orange hydro flask was pretty concealable.
Also, I didn't get caught either though, because I wasn't even with you guys.
I was gonna say I'm
It was
pretty
just
sure
me
you
and
weren't there
Yeah.
when they confiscated the brewskis.
No, yeah, I was like in the room getting something.
Yeah.
The guy threatened to take away the drink pass, everybody's drink pass. He's like, this is just a warning, but if I find this again, I'm gonna take away your guys' drink pass. And I was like, dude, this really isn't that big of a deal.
Just had some fucking alcohol.
Just
Sorry.
trying to drink some brews with my breasts.
Yeah. Do you remember that fucking pizzeria by the pool, the indoor pool? You get pizza all fucking day.
Oh,
that
that's the
was-
best part about cruise
Dude,
ships.
that
It's
might
24/7
have
pizza.
just been the best part of the entire cruise.
Dude,
Like
legitimately.
the edge. Okay, the main level, where everything pretty much happens on the cruise ship. You got there's a pool, and then there was this hot tub, and then on the end there was this it wasn't a restaurant. It was just
24
a
hour.
counter. It was just a counter where anytime it was a buffet, they had the pizza and then just a bunch of other random stuff.
Same random local
You could
shit
get-
they'd get.
Yeah.
At any time I'd be like, yeah, let me get 3 pieces of pepperoni, and then 30 minutes later I would go get 3 more pieces of pepperoni.
There was no limit.
Never.
There's
That's
never
insane,
limit.
and the pizza was actually so good.
I remember when I first found out that I could get strawberry shakes because I had this level 2 drinks package,
Oh yeah, that's
which
right.
had everything but alcoholic drinks. And I was like, I didn't realize until the fucking 4th day of the trip that I could go get strawberry shakes and frappuccinos whenever I wanted.
Yeah.
And that hurt.
Yeah.
Next time I'm gonna take full advantage of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I the last ship I went on, they had a guy's burger joint.
Ooh,
in the corner.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
special.
Those are good.
Have you guys been to Steak Shack?
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. That's what it is. Shake Shack. It's kind of like that burger, but 20 times better. Crazy. The sauce they put on it was like a mayo mixed with something. Oh, so good.
Spicy mayo.
Guy Fieri makes a good burger.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Oh, you know.
Big picture of Guy Fieri in the corner. That recalled when you talk about the frappe. That recalled a really funny memory from the cruise. I'm pretty sure we were all together and we were about to get some coffee at it was basically Starbucks place.
It was that weird little cubby on
Yep.
that
Yeah.
thoroughfare.
Mhm.
Yeah. 4th floor. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
Right
remember
next to
what
the
floor it was,
staircase, the big hall.
but yeah, I vaguely remember it. But we were in line and we were next, and then there was this kid.
Yes!
This little kid, 7 years old, and he was with his mom.
They were
and
Portuguese.
They were speaking Portuguese.
Yeah.
And he just walked right in front of us when we were about to order, and it was frappe. And I was like, who the fuck does this kid think he is? Just because he doesn't speak English, he could just cut us?
They don't understand how to queue, I swear.
Maybe in I would assume they're from Brazil because they speak Portuguese.
No, yeah, definitely.
You get a lot of different ethnicities on the cruise ships.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I was like, maybe that's a thing where younger people, kids, just cut in front of people. Maybe that's just a thing.
Well, in France, if there's a gap in the line, they'll just fill in the gap. If you want something, you just gotta walk up and take it. There's no waiting in line, you know.
Yeah,
It's chaos.
It's slightly weird, but we were obviously waiting in that line. We were There's a person in front of us ordering, and we're right behind them. And he just, like, walked up, and I was like, I should knock this kid out right now. I should knock this 10-year-old out.
If I could speak fucking Portuguese, you'd be getting it, buddy. That's what I would do.
You'd be roasting the shit out of him.
Hey, buddy, you speak Spanish? Portuguese's cousin?
That'd piss him off.
Zombie.
I'll cuss you out in Spanish, buddy.
Zombie, I'm gonna acknowledge you in the chat. For the last fucking time, I don't care about Fortnite. I really don't.
The day we talk about Fortnite on this podcast is the day I sign my resignation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about retiring.
By the way, you guys see those new
never.
skins on Fortnite?
You guys hear about Apex Legends though? It's apparently
I did.
crazy.
I did. I heard it was a good game.
Like it's like Halo almost.
Apex Legends. Never heard of it.
It
just
is
came
a
out.
game that was created by EA. It is a battle royale. You only have 3 people to a team. There's no solos. There's nothing like that. And there's 8 different classes you could pick from. There's like a one that creates portals and you can transport through them. You got a healer class. You got some kind of tank that probably puts down a barrier or something.
Yeah. You have it's like the TF2 characters basically.
Yeah, in a way.
In a way,
It's
yeah.
like
ability-wise, yes.
Borderland abilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, the gameplay from what I've seen looks really nice. For just like releasing it out of nowhere, it looks really nice.
I just don't trust Ubisoft games anymore.
It's EA. Is EA make Ubisoft?
Or sorry, EA. I don't trust EA games.
EA
I
makes
don't either.
Battlefield and stuff.
I don't either. I don't trust Battlefield.
But
No,
Ubisoft either.
Battlefield's
I don't
terrible.
trust them.
Battlefront was terrible too.
Yeah. They just want to make money. They don't care about you.
Oh yeah, Shrimp. Go see Frozen 2 with M. I do remember that they did make a Frozen 2 trailer.
Yeah,
They're gonna make a Frozen 2 movie. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see anything on Twitter about that?
She was running on water. Or trying to run on water.
I didn't see the trailer, but
Wait.
I saw that they made Frozen 2 a trailer, so that's gonna be one to look forward to. I was gonna talk about the Ted Bundy tapes. Did you guys? Any of you guys see him yet?
I haven't
No.
watched it.
Yeah, I saw most of it.
I have finished the entire
Ted's
series.
Tedster.
Spoiler alert: they kill Ted.
No way.
God, I didn't get to the end.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry about that.
And watching it as you keep watching the show progress, it is really, really fucked up what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
super duper bad. Like, and the thing is too, you have to put some blame into the first prison cell that he was put in, because if you've seen past the second episode, which I don't know if you have or not yet, but
Yeah.
if you have and you watched him, he's mentally and physically training himself in his jail cell, because jail cells back in the 70s, I mean, apparently this guy could have fucking books and shit and read like crazy and have whatever he wanted in there. This dude, whenever he had freedom too to walk around, he was training himself from his top bunk, jumping down to the ground. He would train himself every day, train his legs to brace for the impact of jumping from the second story out onto the ground so he could run away and escape into the Colorado mountains. And he did that. And he was successful and they could not find him. And he went from Colorado all the way to Florida.
Yeah, he did.
That's unbelievable.
You know what's really
Honestly.
funny?
Unbelievable.
I saw a picture on Twitter. So you guys know High School Musical 2? When Zac Efron sings
This
"Bet
totally
on It."
relates to Ted
Yeah, I'm
Bundy.
confused.
Well, so it was a picture, and the caption said Ted Bundy walking out of jail's like. It was a picture of him walking up on the map where they play golf when he sings "Bet on It."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I forgot, because Zac Efron is going to play Ted Bundy in the Ted Bundy movie that they're going to have for him.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good.
Well, Zac Efron's playing it. But I think that show, if you have not seen it, definitely watch it. It's really interesting. Because there's a scene in it, too. I don't know if you've gotten this far, Matt, but whenever he gets put back into the prison, he has this visitor friend. Her name's Carol or something. And she goes in, and the guards still don't give a fuck. And she comes into his jail cell. They have sex, and the girl gets pregnant from Ted, and they do it in prison, and the guard doesn't give a shit. Like, the guard would look over to him. Ted even said, he was like, yeah, well, the guard, he was just a nice guy. He just turned his head and let us kind of do our thing. And the girl got pregnant from him in the jail cell, gave birth to their own kid.
Can you imagine your dad?
That is another level of
Wait, so
fucked up.
Ted Bundy has a kid?
Yeah, could you imagine your dad being Ted Bundy? Like, they're like, you're at school, they're like, what'd your dad do? Oh, well, let me tell you.
It's just, the show, it's just, the documentary, I should say, is just fucking bizarre. Like, you go through so many different things, and you learn, like, you try to figure out why he's doing all these things, and, like, why his mentality is set that way, and the only real answer is he's depressive bipolar.
Uh-huh.
And he just goes through these phases where he says, even to himself, because the way that they start to make him talk about the murders, and, like, descriptive-wise, they make it to where they ask him, Ted, if you were this kind of person, what do you think you would do? Like, what, in this case, like, make him talk in third person, then he would just completely goes off on a tangent, because he's like, well, the people don't know that it's me, so I'm going to say what I did, but I'm going to say he instead of I. Ooh. And, like, he goes, well, this individual would probably be looking for the lust, but in a vengeful kind of malicious way, and completely goes off. And it's just a really interesting show. Like,
is it like a documentary, or is it?
It's a documentary.
Okay.
It's a full-fledged documentary about people. The two people that interviewed him. It's about a girl who also he was trying to kill, and she got away, luckily. Mm-hmm. A few other people who were affiliated with trying to find out who he was. Because back in the day, I guess you couldn't just assume, or you can't just assume now, but they didn't have any hard evidence on him as to why he would be the victim of these murders. He murdered about 34 people, 34 girls in their 20s, even murdered a 12-year-old girl. Yeah. And to get away with all of them, and to get away from jail, and do it again, in different states. He did it in like 5 or 6 different states.
It's fucking crazy.
It's just amazing.
He's a genius, first of all.
He's a genius.
Nowadays,
at the end, though, whenever it comes to his execution day, I took away from it as, well, this, you can also kind of relate to it as humans are kind of messed up in a way. Because in the state of Florida, when it was going on, people were like rioting and rallying, and college kids were coming over, getting drunk, and holding up "Burn, Teddy, burn!" and like posters like that, and like he says in the interview to the guy who's tape recording him, he's like, I just looked out the window and thought, and they think I'm crazy. All these people coming around making T-shirts and rallying for a death of a human. That's kind of crazy.
He's more of an animal.
He's more of an animal.
But he is a fucking brilliant-minded person to be able to do all that shit and get away with it and escape prison.
He's an amazing con artist, too.
You'd have to be very smart.
He changed his personalities, and he went to different cities, and every person that he talked to, besides whenever he went through his phases, was like a completely charming individual. Like,
classic
he would never
psychopath.
do that. He would never do that, you know? Like, it's
just
a really interesting
manipulating
show.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's really worth the 4-hour watch for 4 episodes. I recommend it heavily.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, like, everybody treated him like he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. He was just a charismatic guy.
Yeah, whenever he was put into prison in Colorado after he murdered like 15 people, everyone there was like rallying against him, like, oh, you shouldn't put this guy in prison. He's such a sweet guy. He's part of the Mormon church, and a bunch of other stuff.
All the more reason.
All the more reason.
Even his friends, like, none of his friends or family thought that he did it. They thought it was just a huge mistake. Like, his mom was like, there's no way he did this.
Yeah.
But, like, how hard do you think that has to be for your mom? Like, your mom raises you, and then, like, people are telling her, he did all this.
No, but, like, his mom and friends were like, he's a completely normal person. There's no way he would murder, like, that many people. Because you have to be insane to do that.
Yeah.
Which
and
it was, but...
It all kind of started, too, with how he never really had or he found out whenever he was young. I guess he went, like, spying in his parents' room or something, and he looked underneath his parents' bed, and he saw that he actually wasn't, like, they weren't gonna have this, like, him. They weren't gonna have Ted, him and his parents.
Yeah.
They were just gonna, like, abort him and just kind of leave him at an adoption center, but they couldn't, and they had the papers to leave him at an adoption center, but they couldn't, and I think that's what they said was kind of like a little bit of a spark for also adding on to why he was so semi-crazy, but why he only targeted girls was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I feel like, but like being a charming guy, it's easier to get girls. Like in the 70s, I mean, yeah, you could probably kill a guy, but like it was probably really easy for him to get a girl.
Most serial killers want to kill girls.
Mm.
That's usually what their target victim
He
is.
kidnapped girls though. He didn't go on dates with them.
He would stand outside of a place and be like, "Hey, you mind coming with me? Something's wrong with my car and I need to find the local place, gas stop." And in the 70s, everyone was doing it. Yeah. There was in the story where the girl escaped, she said that he acted like he was a police officer, and he flashed his police officer badge that he had, which he wasn't a police officer, but somehow he got some kind of identification that said he was a police officer. Because IDs back in the day were paper IDs. You can easily typewrite it and get it out just in a jiffy, which is actually fucked.
A little bit, yeah.
You want to hear something really cool? Well, I guess not cool. I don't know. So, I don't know if it goes here, but back home in Maryland, so, like, there's lots of highways and stuff, and, like, roads with not a lot of visible light. And if a cop came behind you, and, like, lights went on, because, like, people would steal cop cars and stuff and rob you and stuff, you could wait until you're in a more lighted up area.
Yeah.
Like, and they can't do anything about that. Like, I don't know if you can do it here, but, like, yeah.
I figured you could.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get robbed.
You can wait like a certain amount of time and find a better place to pull over, if it's reasonable.
Well, yeah.
So if you're on the highway and you don't want to pull over, you can like take an exit and get off the highway.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't try that because why give them more of a reason?
More of a reason to be mad at you. Or
So where do you think you were going? Just off the highway, so I just thought it was safer. Oh, yeah, that's what they all say.
Where's your hideout, buddy? Is it around here? Is this where you,
I know you make moonshine, huh?
Is this the part where you give me the ticket? Not today, buddy.
That's actually a good thing we could talk about. Did you guys see the new Aladdin trailer?
No.
No? They're making a new motion picture human Aladdin. Like, it's going to be Will Smith is the genie.
I did hear about that, but I haven't seen the trailer.
All I know from the trailer is that Will Smith is the genie and he looks like a clown.
Yeah, he does.
Like, and I saw a tweet from H3 Productions who said, "Man, when did Will Smith become the new Nick Cage?"
Dude, for real.
Like, he is a fucking meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. What was it, 2018's YouTube Rewind?
Rewind time!
Yeah, he was in charge of it? Yeah, he's a meme now.
Some Fortnite and K-pop. Is that what he said?
No, he goes, "If I controlled Rewind, I have Fortnite and Mark Ass Brownlee."
That's it. Like, what? That is not what you want. You're Will Smith. You probably would ask for, like, Hancock.
What's Hancock?
That one movie he did.
Oh.
I want some Men in Black.
Men in Black.
And,
Independence
I'd like to see the
Yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, the
good
Pursuit of
one,
Happiness.
And gaming with my kid.
I'd have Justin Bieber with my son, Jalen Smith. Karate Kid.
Never say never, ever, ever. Greatest song ever, guys. That's the greatest
It's a good song.
It's the greatest
Really good
song
song.
ever.
Jaden Smith comes in out of nowhere and just snaps. It's fine. No,
Hot take.
it's fine.
Let's
Jaden Smith.
let's dive into some debating topics.
Snaps.
Generally, do you think older or younger people nowadays are happier?
Happier? Ooh.
The younger people, 100%.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
younger people for sure because
Old people
I'm happy
fucking
all
suck.
the time.
Yeah, old people suck, dude.
How
They're
young?
think
so
so?
miserable.
What do you
They
mean by
really
young?
are.
Who knows, man?
Like age-wise,
Honestly,
Corey.
who knows?
Like, if I'm thinking age-wise, I'd say from 10 to 20 versus
10 to 20.
60 to 75.
I'd say if you're 10 to 12, you're usually always happy. Like, there's no point in your life. At
Let's
that
do
point where you're
20 to
sad.
30. Or like 16 to 30.
I like 16.
We could
I
do
think
16
is a good
16
one.
to 16 to 30.
Actually, because some people are really... You go angsty a little bit. So, like, what about like 18 to 30?
That's fair.
Like,
But the
young
angst-
adulthood.
The
Okay,
angst
young
stuff could
adult,
still
yeah.
add on.
What?
The angsty stuff could still add on to if they're not happier.
Well, you're not like a full adult at 16. You think you are, but you're not.
You're really not.
That's
you can't
true.
even
That's
get
true.
close to buying alcohol yet.
Well,
You're not
and
even
that's not even
16,
what I mean.
you're
Like,
probably not thinking about
Exactly.
buying alcohol.
That is false.
Corey.
At 16, you were like, damn, I wish I could buy alcohol right now. You're 16.
you had buddies to do it for you.
That's what I meant. Like, not you saying personally, like, man, I wish I could buy alcohol, but I'm only 16. For other things, I could see it. For you being 16, wishing that you could buy it, like weed, for example. And wish I could buy some weed right now.
Well, you could because, I mean, anybody of any age could go buy weed. They know someone who sells weed.
I feel
Yeah.
like if I'm a drug dealer, though, I'm not selling to like a 12-year-old. I think
12 and 16 are like way different.
Yeah.
We're talking about 16-year-olds.
I feel like 16. That's still iffy though. I feel
All
like
right,
I'm not trying to ruin someone's
We're talking
life.
about who's happier though.
What's old? Like our parents?
Senile.
Like 30, 40, or like 60, 70.
Senile, 60 plus.
60 plus
Yes.
senile old people, or 20 or 16 or 18 to 30.
You start getting senile discounts at 60 or like 62 or something like that.
Okay, we'll put
So,
it that 18 to 30-ish compared to 60 to 75-ish.
60 plus.
60 plus. So what do you think? What age group is generally happier now in our current state?
In our current state, I'm gonna say the old people. I think our generation is now just a bunch of pansies.
Explain that.
We're always not happy.
Give me an example that isn't that we're pansies.
Look, alright. You can go on Twitter and stuff right now and see every single person tweet about, oh, fuck this show. Or something depressing. Even if they're joking.
Yeah, but old people aren't tweeting, so how do you know
You're
they're
right.
not saying the same things?
You're right, we don't. But, like, think about the old people that are living
That's how people deal with stress.
living in Florida right
Yeah,
now,
nowadays.
chilling.
You just say something really sad that you may or may not mean on Twitter.
You probably don't
Or
mean
you
it.
just retweet a bunch of shit that's just so fucking...
just for people to see it and like feel bad for you.
And hopefully they'll empathize.
It's like tweeting
sympathize
bored,
with
dot,
you.
dot, dot. Like,
Bored.
Bored, hit me up.
exactly.
Yep.
Board HMU snap Adam _ 69.
No, I think old people are always more miserable.
You think so?
Yeah, because literally what an old person is going through is like, I am nearing the end of my life, okay? And nobody seems to fucking care. I know my family does not talk to me. Like, I can't even...
Grandkids only visit once a month.
I can't even fucking get a good night's sleep anymore. It hurts to get out of bed. I am miserable.
I am.
I-
Maybe
It hurts to get out of bed
miserable.
now.
Miserable, maybe, but like they're physically way less able to do what they could.
I think
At
the older
an
people are
earlier
more...
stage in life.
I think the older people are more happier than the younger.
Explain.
Well, I may just be focusing on... I'm not probably focusing on the entirety of every single 60-year-old person. But I feel like if you've made it that far and you're just chilling and you're retired,
Yeah, you're
I
retired.
feel like
you're just better off.
some people are just like looking back at life and be like, man, these are good times. I'm tired. I don't have to worry about nothing. You know?
I'm not sure. Because old people are usually stuck up more on politics and stuff like that. And, like, old people are more prejudiced. And there's just...
That's true. They are.
They
more-
have more bad habits than the younger generations do.
Yeah.
And
I
not only does that couple with the fact that they are literally nearing the end of their lives, and you have to fucking figure that out. You know what I mean? You have to come
Yeah.
to terms with that, and that is not easy.
No, it's not easy at all.
Yeah, so that is tough. So I think old people are more upset personally.
It's tough. But I generally think that at that age, I just feel like they're more generally happier about life and how they made it that far and how they're still kicking it at 60. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't know. Compared to nowadays, I definitely feel like it because social media has a huge impact on
Yeah.
some people.
Mm-hmm.
A huge impact on some people, and it really takes over their lives. And I just feel like if you literally focus that much on social media in general, then you're not happy. And it's just my opinion.
I'd agree with that.
Like, the people that every day go on social media to, I don't know, retweet something or tweet something, hopefully they get a lot of likes, and that's the only reason that they use it for, and they look at their life compared to other people's. So like Instagram's a good example. Like look at a bunch of people that are all just like posing up, or Snapchat, you look at their stories and you see a bunch of other people
went out to
partying
dinner
and stuff, and then I can just see some other people like, man, that could be me, but I just chose not to do it that one time, and now I'm just chilling at home, not doing jack squat.
Hey, Corey, is that your cry? Do you want a party?
That's my cry for help, please.
Hey, man, I'll throw a party. You can come. Just you. Alright.
I'm turning into Ted Bundy.
How many people do you need for a party?
So funny.
That's so funny. Hey, Cam, I think we should leave.
No, he's just kidding. Corey's a great guy. I've known this guy forever. He's so funny. He would never do anything like that.
Alright. Does that mean I'm the one dying?
Yes.
Not my problem.
Just say yes. I was getting.
I don't know, Matt. What about you? What do you think about it?
I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about something totally different. What are we talking about? Older and younger people. Okay.
Yeah.
What was it?
What were you
How did I
thinking
get
about?
sidetracked?
What were you thinking about?
I honestly can't remember. Oh yeah, I was thinking about podcasts, which we're doing one right now, so that's cool.
It's on topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like that's always gone through.
Podcasts.
No, I mean, I think in general, it has to be younger people.
That are more unhappy.
No, they're happier.
Okay.
Just because, like, you just have more options, and you're physically just more able to do things. Like when you go, like, if I'm trying to ball with my bros right now, like go to the YMCA and play basketball, or do some kind of physical activity, like I can, and I'm not gonna feel like, and I'm not gonna have to stay in bed for the next 16 hours.
You're not gonna have to ice your muscles.
And I don't have to take a
Watch Emerald.
bare aspirin every day to prevent a heart attack, which that, by the way, like increases your chance of a heart attack. So
Also, man,
you heard it here first.
look, nobody talks about this, but if you're young, you can still get a boner.
What?
Just
That's
saying.
also
young.
true, man.
Old guys, man,
Oh yeah, they have.
it
trouble.
stops working. Stops working.
Hey, but today it's so easy to get things to
Help your boner.
Yeah.
to
Viagra.
help Mr. Boner.
I don't need to take a pill though.
Have you not seen?
I can just get at it, and that helps a lot.
Plus,
that makes
like,
me happy.
Plus, like, you know, if it stays erect for 4 hours or longer, then you got to call the doc,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
That's true.
Yeah, and then
Dude,
that's
listen,
a weird
it's been-
conversation.
it's been as of right now 4 hours and 1 minute.
Since my last visit.
Hey,
My
Doc.
bad.
Since my last visit, like when I left, like remember when I left 4 hours ago and I took the Viagra? Yeah, well, he's still going pretty strong.
He's like, "How's your heart? How's your kidneys?" Yeah. I
Hey
know.
Doc, it's Sal. Yeah, my buddy downstairs is not gone away yet. I might need to come in immediately.
That's an emergency room visit, and you just got a rock hard ding dong, and you're walking into the emergency room, and you're like,
There's a bunch of kids, and there's
you
like,
just walk up to the counter, and you're like,
Pose. Yes.
you're like, is there anything you can do right now for this? Like, I will snort coke right now if you just end this.
Oh shit.
Can I also just add on that we both wear tie-dye shirts today?
Yeah.
That is a nice feature.
This is my senior year chemistry shirt. I used every color to tie dye this, and I did the
The bullseye pattern.
the one where you just like crunch it up,
Yeah.
as you can see from the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I threw a bunch of orange and blue, and Carter R. I'm not gonna say his full name. He said, "What are you doing, man? That's gonna make it brown." And it didn't turn brown.
it didn't turn
You
around.
should,
No way.
Sure.
Dude, I'm happy for you.
Nah, it's okay. It was good advice. It made me panic a little bit, so I was a bit more careful. So it might have turned brown. Might have turned brown.
Thank you, Carter.
Comment. Someone said all these kids in high school have depression these days, though.
That's because they're all fucking pansies.
Like I said, everyone's a pansy now.
Yeah,
I lost
in
in Fortnite all night.
All night.
I didn't get I got left on red on Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Exactly.
She
I don't
didn't-
know how to go up and
You
talk
need
to
to
her.
grow up.
She didn't
Stop
like my
being
tweet.
a damn pansy.
Why does she never like my tweets?
No.
That's what's wrong with America.
Fucking embarrassing.
Bastards.
They are that.
Stupid bastards. Another good question I have planned is
Hit me.
who do you think the most important person to learn about is in history?
Elon Musk.
Stonewall Jackson. God, that man was a fucking American hero.
That guy could fucking... They were getting fired at, and there he was standing on a wall. Just
He got shot and he kept standing.
Yeah, he got shot by his own, teammates or something?
And he kept leading the battle until he died. Like, that dude is quite the man.
And history? That's a really hard one.
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I feel like Hitler's a big one.
What a titan of the 20th century. I mean,
That's
that
a
guy
titan.
shaped the entire course of the world history. I mean, what a guy.
What a guy.
I mean, what a fucking guy.
Yeah, I think that
who's the guy that built the Great Wall?
There was one guy that built the entire Great Wall.
Well, like there's an emperor.
He snapped
that was
his
majority-
fingers.
His name was Emperor Sheng Duangzi or something
Yeah,
like that.
that guy. I feel like he's a big one you want to learn because the
He
Great
was
Wall
the
is.
first imperial emperor of China. Yeah, that guy was crazy important. He
The
like
fact-
united China.
Yeah, and he buried it. I love that he buried everyone under the wall. Like that was so ugly.
What?
But yeah,
He
if
did
they
what?
died, when they died, they just.
That makes sense though. That's what I would do.
Yeah, okay, just built over them.
If they did that
Sheng
today, it would
Duangzi.
be like kind of frowned upon. But back then, it's just like somebody died. It's like, hey, yeah, Frank, he's gone. Just
gone.
toss him in.
It's actually Sheng Wangdi. I forgot. I just remembered. Just in case there's any buffs.
I remember.
I
remember.
You
I
remember?
remember when they built the Great Wall.
I remember.
Oh, you remember? I remember.
Of course, you guys remember Chewbacca.
Oh, I remember.
Ooh, remember the Amazing Race?
Chris
man.
Hansen. Learning about him is pretty important.
Chris Hansen is a good one to
Yeah.
learn about in history.
Hey, why don't you have a seat? Oh, who are you? Who are you? Her dad? Are you her dad? Just tell me. Can I eat my pizza? Sure, go
I'm
ahead.
not leaving this fucking house. You can't
And-
make me leave.
And that slice of pizza wasn't the only thing he served that night. And he's like just like reading off text messages. He's like, so, can you explain this text to me?
I want to wrap your feet in a flour tortilla.
Can you explain this text to me? Watching the game isn't the only thing that we'll be doing tonight. Can you explain what does that mean? He's like, I literally just wanted to come over here and hang out with this 13-year-old girl and watch the football game, okay? He's like, can I go now? Can I just go?
Then
Can I
he
go?"
asked right after it, did you bring condoms?
He
It's
asked that
so
to
fucking
every single
bad.
one. He goes,
Did
did you bring
condoms?
condoms tonight? And they're like, dude, I was gonna pound it raw. And then
Just this jug of lube.
And then literally, like, he's like, all right, like, come on, just let me go. He's like, all right, you can go through the garage. He's like, oh, the cops are out there, aren't they? He's like, tries to run through the front door and then just tackle the shit out of him.
Every time. Every time.
There was one Chris Hansen episode that I saw. He was not episode, but like there was a couple of compilation videos on YouTube, and there was an older dude. He was like 40, but he lied to the kid and said he was 30, 32 or something. And he walked in the house.
Still,
and
literally
the kid
makes
walks
no
away.
difference.
Absolutely not.
Kid walks away. You know, it's a stereotypical scene. But then there's a plate of cookies there on the table. So he sits down at the table and starts eating the cookies. And Chris Hansen walks in and he goes, "Well, who are you?" And the guy sitting at the table eating cookies, he goes,
Wait, you're telling me he didn't open up with, why don't you have a seat?
"Well, he's already sitting."
Okay.
But he's like, "Well, who are you?" And then
why don't you
the
have a
guy
seat?
looks up at him.
Literally, they have a seat planted there just for the guy who's gonna get
It's
who's on the
just-
sting operation.
It's
It's
usually a
out there.
stool.
It's like a
usually
bar
stool.
stool. Yeah.
But he goes, "Well, who are you?" And the guy eating the cookie goes, "Who are you?" And he goes, "Well, I'll tell you that in a little bit. Do you know why? What are you doing
he
here?"
won't tell him. He won't tell him.
And-
He's got to get the build up. He's like. My favorite one is the guy that brings the pizza, and he has it sitting there.
pizza one.
He goes. Who are you? Are you her dad? Are you her dad? Come on, tell me. He's like. We'll get to that in a minute. Just have a seat. And he's like, mind if I eat this pizza? And and he looks at him and he's like, damn, this would be good for television. Go ahead. And he's just eating the pizza while he knows he's about to get, like, because in his mind, like, he knew he hasn't technically done anything that's crazy illegal yet, but
he had the pizza. That's all that matters.
But he he drove like 2 hours to hang out with a girl he thought was 13.
Well, and they have like the text messages where he's like, I'm gonna stick a fish up your like, like it's always weird shit like that.
Dude, it's weird stuff like that. Or like he'll send like a dong pic to her, and then he'll be like, you want to explain this picture to me? It's just like a picture of his junk, and he's and then he's like looking at it, he's like, dang, I should have shaved before I sent that. He's like, wait a second, I don't think I actually sent that. He's like, interesting.
The 40-year-old one.
Can you imagine with his like this is yours? But it was actually Chris's.
Like, he goes, you see this dick? Doesn't look big.
He goes, can you explain this picture? And it's just like a nude of Chris Hansen. And he's like, that's definitely not me. I have way more ball hair. He's like, that's exactly right. This is actually a nude of me. I just wanted to see what you thought of it. And then he just crumbles it up, throws it in the trash. He's like, what about this one? He's like, definitely me. The ball hair's on point. Do
you guys ever see what show was it? Where the guy, he was like, they're gonna get handcuffed to a thing.
It's Nathan For You.
Yeah, and he was gonna get handcuffed to a thing. If he didn't get out of the handcuffs in 2 minutes, somebody was gonna pull his pants down. Into a bunch of children who were right there, and a cop would have arrested him for child pedophilia. And just,
I'm pretty sure the climax was that he had like some underwear on underneath the whole time, and he didn't actually make the time. So like what he would do is he had this tailor who would slowly unzip his pants while he did it behind his back. That's how he practiced.
Yeah.
And he had like a pair of it was like literally a thong, a man thong. So that way he wasn't actually like exposed.
That's so ugly though.
It's funny as fuck though.
He was wearing a man thong, and he FaceTimed his parents before it.
And if I don't succeed, there will be all these children nearby as I get stripped naked. And while that's also happening, a cop will be arresting me for child pedophilia.
It's so dumb.
In the 40-year-old Chris Hansen one, though, the guy's just sitting there eating cookies. Chris Hansen is just, giving his spiel and stuff. And the guy's like, I didn't do anything, so I'm like...
Is he McMurray?
No, he's not McMurray. But he looks like just weird.
Yeah.
Like you'd think, oh shit, that's somebody's uncle. Mm-hmm. Like, he's probably 50 years old. Like, he's weird. Yeah. And the dude's just like, I didn't do anything. I'm just going to the beach. And he's like, well, then why'd you come here? And he goes, I don't know, door's open. And
that's a whole new crime.
He's like, well, you can go now. He goes, can I take another cookie? So he takes another cookie, walks out, and as he's walking out, he falls down the stairs and goes, oh! Gets right up and starts walking away, and then the police tackle him.
He falls, gets up, and he's like limping. Like a cop comes and just goes, put your hands up, and then he tackles him.
Freeze!
Yeah. Oh, why'd you tackle me? He's like, it's for the camera, buddy.
In the compilation ones, there's one of my favorite ones are whenever they show him walking out, and as they say, there's this one where this guy's walking out and he goes, get on the ground, and the guy's like, He's just screaming like as loud as he can. He's just like, I don't want to go jail.
Oh, dude, it's so sad.
Oh man.
Can you imagine getting arrested though? Like, you're just kind of like, fuck, my whole life is over. Like,
oh man.
Like, do you fight it at that point, or do you just accept it?
I am now officially registered as a sex offender.
Like, my whole life is over at that point.
It's that feeling that you would
going into prisons too. Sex offenders are like the worst thing you can be in a prison. Like, you get killed for
or a cop, ex-cops.
Ex-cops. They
don't
put
have
people
it easy
in prison. Yeah, no. There's...
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be.
You know what would happen? You know that feeling where like you fucked up and like your ears get hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we would feel, but like.
Way
just
more worse.
So bad.
Yeah,
so
like,
much more worse.
It's
like all the prison mates be like, "What you in for, pussy?" And then you'd be like, "Sex offender."
boomstick.
And then,
I ate some cookies in an underage girl's house.
oh shit! Look what we got here! It's like that SNL skit whenever it's like trying to do a Scared Straight program and it's Kenan Thompson and he's like he comes in like walking in and goes, alright, police officer, don't worry about this, I got this. Now listen the hell up! And he goes, stands in front of all of them spitting in their face and he's like, I've been here for 10 years! Just staring at him and like, you want to come here, get with me, get in my cell, huh? And he's like,
is that the one where he's like,
up on him, Bucky.
He's like,
I will kill you.
Yeah, like,
I will slit your throat, feed it to my goddamn pet in my cellmate. And he's
whoa,
like, oh yeah, you right, Chief. You right.
Don't worry about this. I got this.
I got this. Now listen.
That one's great.
That one's a funny one.
I like him a lot. I think he's funny.
Shit. Came from all that to SNL.
I saw a really funny SNL skit. It was a Fox News skit.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious.
Explain it.
They make fun of Steve Harvey a lot on it. And
yeah, they did this one thing where they were like, what did they call it? It was like feel facts, like things that you feel like are facts, but they have no fact checking whatsoever, and it's just like a bunch of shit.
What's one example of them? Do you remember?
I can't remember, but it was really funny. I can tell you that. I do remember the last SNL episode I watched was they were did like a blackface scene after the governor of Virginia was like seen in his 1980 something yearbook in blackface and then denied it, which it's totally him. So like,
Yeah.
it was like the guy up there. It was like a bunch of people in government, and I can't remember what his name is, but he's a black guy on SNL, and he's up
Is
there.
it
And he's
Jay
basically-
Farrow? I like Jay
It's
Farrow.
like the chubby black dude that's on there.
Keenan Thompson.
Keenan Thompson.
Could very well could
It's
be
probably
him.
Keenan Thompson.
Most likely.
And he's like guys, like blackface is not okay. He's like, has anybody in here ever like worn blackface or whatever? And then they're basically like just giving a bunch of examples. He's like, well, like I was Michael Jackson, but like both versions, so black and white. And they just kept. Oh my god, it was so fucking funny.
Remember the court case one where like the guy who was like writing all the stuff down, he kept like looking for his chapstick. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that one.
That one's really good. Do you remember the one where it's like the quartet, the three sisters?
Oh yeah, I'm Jill. I'm Mandy. I'm Katie. And she's got the little like hands.
home from work and I found a dead cat, so I threw some honey on it, put it in the oven, and ate it. And she had the fucking baby arms. She's popping the bubbles. That was good. That's classic
Oh
SNL.
man, she is a good actress.
Yeah, she's
Kristen Wiig. If you're
My
wondering.
favorite. Oh, she's my favorite SNL
She's so fucking funny.
SNL person. She's hilarious.
She's hilarious.
My favorite SNL skit will always be the Californians.
The Californians.
I do like the
Californians.
Hey, Wade.
Steer?
What are you doing here? I was just installing some speakers on the porch.
They sound pretty
It's time
good.
for you to go home now, Devin.
Where'd you come from? I got on the I-5 after getting off Marina Del Rey.
Right past the Ron John surf shop. Right by the Starbucks, right by the I-52, you know?
It's like, the doctor's here with your test results. It's like, so, Steer, we actually just got back your test results, and, you have cancer. And he's like, are you serious?
I can't literally fucking can't.
And they go,
Shit.
And then at the end of every scene,
they all go, the Californians.
next on the California.
My favorite SNL skit, Has to be the older one. It's Celebrity Jeopardy. If you've ever seen that one.
Fucking funny.
That
the one with
one's
Sean Connery.
Funny. Yes, and Sean Connery.
Will Ferrell's
Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
He goes, "Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Celebrity Jeopardy. I'm Alex Trebek. Today we've got, I don't know who Jimmy Fallon is, but he's some guy that's like, his eyes are closed like this. He's like, it's very good to be here tonight. Yes, yep. And then he goes over to Sean Connery, and he's like, yeah, Alex,
you just have to slap a bitch.
he'll be like, Alex, yeah, it's good to be back again. Just like I was back in your mother last night. And he does that stupid laugh. And then Norm Macdonald is, fucking, I forgot his name.
Norm Macdonald's just funny in general.
And Norm Macdonald's just sitting there with a gigantic cowboy hat. He's like, yeah. Found the cowboy hat back.
Is he being like Burt Reynolds or something?
Yeah,
Burt Reynolds. That's who it is. Burt Reynolds. He's like, found this hat.
R.I.P.
I think it's pretty funny.
Dude, that one's fucking great.
I love that one.
You guys remember the hot tub one with Eddie Murphy?
Yes!
Get in the hot tub! Get in the hot tub! That one's fucking great, too.
There's so many good SNL skits. Like, there's so many good iconic SNL skits. The Walmart one, whenever Kristen Wiig is working as the Target one. She's working at Target, and she's the cashier, and she's like, oh boy, this will be good with my baby doll collection that I collect at home. I collect dolls, and sometimes I like to dress them up in little latex outfits. That's a funny one.
Millie.
What?
Did you set Chris's hair on fire?
Sorry.
Millie.
I just remembered a classic Man in a Van Down by the River.
Oh,
yes.
Chris Farley.
Yeah, it's Matt Foley.
Yeah,
Matt Foley is the character.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Matt Foley.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're gonna talk about a man in a van down by the river, which is me, 'cause I live in a van down by the river.
It's just classic.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
So
boys.
funny.
We're about at the hour mark. You guys want to do eBay item of the week and
Yeah,
Probably
about
call it.
right.
It's getting pretty
wrap
late.
this stuff up? I mean, it's about 11:54. Pretty late.
Pretty late.
Well, we got
Friday, guys.
got school tomorrow.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, actually
Well.
tomorrow I have 3 classes. So
yeah, I take weekend classes.
Well, you know,
kind of gotta go home. So.
well, we all gotta sleep for something.
Also,
There ain't no rest for the wicked. That's what they say.
Still gotta.
Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees.
Damn right it doesn't.
I got bills.
Let's
But you know what trees do grow is paper, which is made into money.
Money's
so,
actually cotton based.
So if you got trees, you
Yeah,
got
that's
money.
what they want you to believe.
Which cotton, kind of a tree, I guess.
In middle school, did you guys ever get like really bored and just keep crumpling up a piece of paper and just feel how soft you could get it until your fingers broke through it? I used to do that in middle school.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Like unravel it and crumple it
Yeah,
up
like
into a
crumble
ball.
it.
Is that what you
Right.
did while you were in
Yeah.
non-existent Delaware?
I was in Maryland. Which doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist.
There are alpacas
That
in
shit ain't
Maryland.
real.
I know that for a fact.
Also questionable state. Just saying.
Anyways, we're gonna head into our final topic here, which is the luxurious eBay item of the week. So everybody, welcome back to eBay item of the week, number 19 series. We've got 3 items that are pretty unique, pretty weird. I found last minute, and
Those Kongs? Is that what those are called?
you'll see what they are. Not dog calls.
That's a Chinese buy. That's what
Yeah,
it's
you'll
called.
see. It's something like that. I don't know. But we've got some items here that are pretty weird, and we're gonna vote on the weirdest one. That's about how this works. So without further ado, let's full screen this bitch and continue.
Feng Shui.
So the first item we've got here is Chinese cash coins, 1 genuine antique, 1 Qing Feng Shui, and then I guess it's a measurement or something? I don't really know. Yeah, it looks like, 150 to 300 years old. So these are some pretty old coins.
what is the fucking cost of that?
well, the cost is $7.99.
That literally cannot be. That cannot be real.
Well, they only give you one picture, so you have to go off of this one picture.
Who sells that at $7.99?
Yeah, 300 years old.
That's like an antique. That's a relic.
I'll tell you who sells it. It's Stuff Guru.
He is desperate for money.
The
I don't
description.
buy from desperation.
The description here, we got a big meaty one. I Ching Feng Shui Good Luck. Please note, these are genuine antique Chinese coins. Nearly all others listed here at eBay are fakes.
Good to know.
What does it say? Some are just made up tokens, but many are illegal.
Read later in the description.
Basically, this is a set of 3 genuine antique Chinese coins, suitable for whatever the reason. About 150 to 300 years old, minted by various official mints. Unconditionally guaranteed genuine Chinese dynasty coins. So you basically have a few coins here. Here's the seller point, though. These coins can be used for divination. What is that?
Divination.
Divination or divination? I don't know. That's a
Where's
hard
your
word.
mouse? Divination.
Divination.
Guidance on
And
the
to seek guidance on your path of life. From the I Ching. You simply toss the 3 coins and look to see how many come up heads and how many come up tails. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's all a gamble. So, yep. Here's why others are fake, though. Others on eBay are offering similar looking coins, but mostly they're fakes. Some even tell you this, many don't. Why use phony, reproduced, copy, unreal, fake, counterfeit, Fasmite, charlatan coins when you can use one of those that they sell, maybe even illegal? Something I couldn't read the other part because it's too small. Yeah. Oh, all this entire section of these 2 lines are to talk about still the fake coins, and then he finally comes here. Are you sure this is what you want to use for the application of this art? When you just for a little more money for than what these other folks. These are the real thing. Authentic Chinese dynasty coins. Now over 2,000 positive feedbacks.
Unbelievable.
So our first item of the day here is some coins.
Those are fake as fuck.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
No, dude, he said they were real.
No, he said they were real.
$8.
If it's $8, that's a seller. Just saying. Item number 2 we've got.
Oh.
2 hours of family history research. So he included a picture.
What family?
Exactly.
Well, that's
2 hours of family. What?
It's just free shipping because
What's
you're
the
not actually
research,
receiving
man?
anything.
Oh, wait.
This item costs $19.95.
Is there any description?
And there is a description when we get to it. I will do 2 hours of family research for you and send you prints of information. I have been doing research. I think I can use this scroll bar here to scroll over here. I've been doing research for a number of years and have an Ancestry.com membership. I would love to help you in your quest.
Oh, Ancestry.com is not okay with this.
When you purchase, the time, I will send you my direct
probably.
email.
I got a couple connections.
We gotta shut this shit
I got
down.
them, though. Yeah, this guy's probably making billions.
He's making billions.
Making so much money off their brand.
Like, imagine every white person in America really wants to know their heritage, you know, and where they come from. So they're using this guy.
Big
For
trends, yeah.
$20 instead of God knows how much a Ancestry.com membership is. It's probably like $60.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's like Nike. I'm pretty sure it's-
Well, but then you have to go on Ancestry yourself.
Yeah, you have to do it though. He's gonna do it for you.
When you purchase the time, I will send you my direct email so we can get started. You will get 2 hours of research, printed information, and no charge for sending you copies. Thanks!
2 hours for $20 seems a bit
And you get this
How
picture
much
of this
can you
kid.
get done in 2 hours?
for real.
I don't know. I don't think you can get that much done in 2 hours.
Well, I mean, he is a.
You can get the basic information.
Yeah, you came
Yeah,
from
maybe he's
Italy.
Yeah.
You came from Ireland. But
Maybe
that's
he's
what they
pretty
tell you.
good. Maybe he's pretty good at working the Ancestry.com website. He knows the ins and outs.
Maybe.
No,
He can find information pretty fast.
don't trust him.
And finally,
Yeah, absolutely not.
item number 3.
Oh.
Are you rich?
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of concerned about what this guy's selling.
How much?
He's at a green screen.
This item is for $100.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
go
back
up. 29 years old and not happy.
29 years old, not. Those are the eyes. Those are the eyes of sadness, and I'm not happy.
He is not happy.
Mine is the facial expression effect that Picture George would take with his eyes that open, like.
Absolutely.
Here's his description. Hello, rich man. Why buy this virtually item? You show the world you are a rich. You are so cool. Help me reach my dream. And nope, nothing. Only you can help me.
There's like thousands of these.
Yep, that's that.
Okay.
And eBay is just filled with glorious content.
He's just like, give me money. That's literally this thing.
That's
free shipping.
It's free shipping.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Just give him $100.
Is he gonna get in the box like this and like ship himself?
He ships a picture of
All
him.
he's
There's
shipping-
no shipping.
All he's shipping is like a receipt.
Yeah,
That's all he's shipping.
pretty much. Empty box. Maybe like some toenail clippings or something else.
Just to know he's real.
But those,
Which is nice. It's always nice to know you're not being scammed.
those are your 3 items. We have item number 1, the mysterious coins that predict your destiny by flipping all of them, seeing which ones land on heads and tails.
Those are fantastic.
You have 2 hours of family research, and then you have, are you rich? So, Cameron, what do you think is the weird side of it?
Chinese coins.
Chinese coins, eh?
Yeah, because they are so fake. No doubt about it. $8. Too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. And I think that the 2 hours of research from Ancestry.com is just some guy being really fucking sleazy. Says like super illegal, breaks all the terms of agreement. You can sign up for a website like that. And then also, I think the Are You Rich guy, like there's like thousands of these, but this one's only special because it has that guy.
Yeah.
Which makes it special.
Yeah.
Because Chinese
sad.
coins, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, honestly, what are all these people doing? What the fuck? Just go get a job.
Some people make their business on
Just
eBay.
go fucking deliver pizzas or something. You'll make more money, honestly.
Skull Kid? Skull Kid, what do you think?
The Are You Rich dude. So look, I'm not 29. I don't take funny pictures like that. But I'm also in the market for a sugar person, whether it be a sugar mama or sugar daddy. As long as they're giving me money, but like, why'd you put it on eBay? Just like go anywhere.
Yeah, make a tender.
Yeah, like
A
literally.
little bit thirsty. Yeah.
Make a tender and set your age range to like 55 plus.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I've done that.
Matt, what about you?
So I just looked up the coins on realcoins.com, and they weren't on there, bro. So my foot's gotta go with these fake ass coins.
Oh yes.
Oh man, dude, I don't know. I think the 2 hours of family research is really weird. I don't want some dude looking up at my family research.
True.
That's just fucking weird. Like,
2 hours free history research.
for $20, you'll get 2 hours of family research. Just give me all your information, your social security number.
It's kind of clever though.
It's kind of clever.
Yeah,
You think he's gotten any business?
He probably has. Like 1 view per day.
I think that's just cool.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's probably.
Corey checks back every day to see if there's like a coupon or.
Did it get cheaper?
I need to figure this out. But yeah, that'll be your eBay item of the week.
25% off.
This concludes your eBay item of the week. Write which one you think is weird in the comments. If you're listening on Spotify,
Thank you.
if you're listening on Spotify, head over to the YouTube channel and then just comment on the video. There you go.
Your
Comment, like, subscribe, everything.
Emily said quantity 105.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Quantity 105.
Maybe it's about this.
There's 6 of those, so
Yeah, that's bad counting if that's what she was talking about.
if you're trying to count those, you obviously haven't done anything above first grade math.
Use your
Maybe
fingers
it's this
next time. Just
Come on, that's what they have you do, you know.
I don't know what it's
Oh,
for.
they changed math. Like, you guys see that, right? They've changed math, like how you subtract and add now and multiply.
Oh yeah, they've changed it.
Like, why?
What's different about it?
Like they'll
10 minus 3.
So what they'll do things was like
7.
It's always gonna be
You're
5.
right. It'll be like say like 58 minus 28. I don't know why, but like so what they do is they round these two numbers to the greatest value, like a number like 5 or 10 or 0, and then use some subtraction. They literally add like 20 extra steps.
You're giving me a
into it.
headache. Fuck. Oh my god, I don't even know what you just said.
A lot.
Holy shit.
She said, I spelled quantity correct, and no, it was rich. So I'm guessing it was for the rich guy. Maybe the amount was quantity 1 of 5.
I didn't say you spelled quantity wrong.
Quantity.
It's just a funny word.
It's just quantity.
Yeah, some quantities.
Some quantity. You ever hit him with the quantity?
Me personally, I'm a quantity over quality guy.
Quality.
Quality.
Quail titty.
Always quantity.
Quail titty.
Quail titty.
Quail.
What's the quail titty of your product? I saw an advertisement that
Advertisement.
I saw an advertisement about an ambulance
Ambulance.
eating chocolate,
Oh god.
Eating
sleeping on pillows,
Eating Snickers chocolate.
Warm milk.
Chiclet.
Warm milk.
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 Anyways, that'll do it for this podcast. Number 19. We're almost at 20.
Thank you! We've definitely had more than 19, right?
No.
I don't know.
I feel like we've done
Only
so
20.
many.
We've done so many, but it's only added up to 20.
I don't even think we've done 20 yet. So.
We've put I want to say either 8 or 9 on Spotify.
We didn't start doing the Spotify until like literally our 10th.
And we were balls deep when we started doing Spotify.
Yeah.
We were balls deep.
Remember when we had a
For
podcast
sure.
made to go against us? Whatever happened to them?
I don't know
What?
because I never saw
The
the podcast.
Podcast with what's his name? Who were it was Louis' friends. It was Mark Davis and
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I don't even think they did it.
Didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
What? Let's end this
It's
show
not,
right here.
I'm not trying to be a roaster or anything, but didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it, buddy. You're gonna have to give yourself a snappy title like Uncut Podcast if you want me to watch that shit.
Cool.
That's
Just
snappy.
saying.
That's snappy. Did you know? Fun fact about the podcast. It's went through 3 names. It started out as New Age Podcast.
Yeah.
Then it went to Random Podcast.
When was it ever Random Podcast?
I made it.
Podcast.
I made it that for 1 episode.
Was
'cause
I in
I'm
it?
sorry.
I think so.
That's a shitty name.
Random
I'm
podcast.
not associated with that brand.
That was
Random
like
Podcast did
that was
not.
like
And then we
Third
finally
podcast.
came up with Uncut Podcast.
And then
name
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
be
stick
cut.
with.
Then we're gonna be Cut Podcast.
I still like Sex Talk. I think that's a great name.
Sex Talk is
Sex
funny.
sells.
Sex sells.
Yeah.
But it has to be like sex and then
Some
sells
money
with a
sign.
money sign.
Yeah.
L's.
And then E11
Yeah.
as an L's.
Okay. Let's wrap up this podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Matt, I want you to tune us out with a lovely intro and outro.
Live from Corey's basement. You're listening.
I'm listening to what?
Cut.
What am I listening to?
Computer just died. What the hell is going
Okay,
on?
we have to make it with our voices. To the Uncut Podcast.
Live from Corey's basement.
You're
Science
listening
rules.
to
The Uncut Podcast.
Uncut.
Do it live. Fuck it.
Podcast.
Hit the bass drop chord.
See you later. Woo!